So the YouTube algorithm, how amazing is it? Let me talk to you about how amazing it is. One of the things, Jen, I used to tell any student or any client that I ever had, one of the early things I would do is we would talk about their channel, but I would say, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your YouTube channel and scroll, not to your YouTube channel, but to your homepage on YouTube. And I want you to look for a video that's been suggested to you that's about something you've never looked at before, a subject you never even considered before by a creator you've never seen before, and click it. I tell people that 9 times out of 10, it's going to be your new favorite thing. And that's because the YouTube algorithm knows you better than even you do. And this happened to me just the other day.
Did it?
You're aware of this because we talked very briefly about it. I was on my YouTube homepage just scrolling along doing things, and randomly, out of zero nowhere, this video about this fluffy pancake or something you could make just looked really good. And then I started watching it, and it's some of the most beautiful choreography I've ever seen in my life about food, about making like
An omelet. I kid you not. Travis sends me this shorter video of an omelet being made. I was like, this is amazing.
And then, of course, you watch it, right? And what happens is YouTube takes that information, starts showing you more stuff, right? So I started getting food ASMR, not just ASMR, not just food, but like making the food, but in an ASMR way. I didn't even know this existed. I mean, I'm not surprised it exists, but basically for those who haven't seen it, it's like a food making video with really good choreography. Not choreography, but like cinematography. It looks great. But the only thing in here, there's no one talking, is like the making of the food. And in this particular case, it was like eggs, so it sounded really weird. But I couldn't stop watching. And this just goes to show that YouTube knows you better than you. Now, why do I bring this up? Not just because it's important for you to know. And definitely do this on your own. Go to your homepage, try to find something that's like, I don't know why this is being suggested to me, and watch it. And there's a very good chance you will like whatever it is. I bring this up because not only because of some of the questions we get about the YouTube algorithm, but it just turns out that the YouTube channel, the Creator Insider channel, just had Todd Bupre on and talked to him about the YouTube algorithm. Now, I've talked to Todd Bupre multiple times on what we used to do group coaching, the Max by vidIQ, and that is a group coaching program we had a while back, and he works on the YouTube algorithm if you're not aware of it. I watched the first couple of seconds in this, and I thought it would be interesting to watch this together with the vidIQ crew and give our own thoughts and feelings about what he said about the YouTube algorithm. So we're going to watch the first couple of seconds of this video, maybe a minute or so, and you and I are going to talk about what Todd talks about.
When you open the homepage, YouTube is going to say, hey, Renee's here. We need to give Renee the best content that is going to make Renee happy today. It's very much centered around each individual person and ranking the videos for them, as opposed to looking at each individual video and trying to figure out who might like it.
So there could be videos, like a video could have these absolute metrics, like its click-through rate, its view duration, all of that, but you might like it and I might not, and you would consider that when you recommend it.
Yeah, so a lot of creators, they look at their analytics and they're very focused on their aggregate performance because that's the easiest thing that we can kind of present. But the way the system's working is actually, it's not just using that average view duration or that average click-through rate, it's using the performance data as input, but ultimately trying to understand and predict for each viewer. It's kind of similar to how recommendations work outside of recommendation systems. When you want to figure out a movie to watch, one thing that I do is I talk to my friends and I say, hey, what have you seen lately? What do you want to see? And the recommendation system, sometimes we describe it as automating word of mouth.
I love that.
And by that we mean the system is able to understand what other viewers like you have watched, and then based on understanding what they enjoyed and what they didn't, it can help when it's time to give recommendations to you to pull in sort of like those recommendations from other people. The nice thing about it is that can come in multiple ways. Yeah. So maybe like right now there's a video that reaches a certain audience, but then like in 6 months, there's something else that's related that pops up that makes this video relevant again. Fortunately, you know, our system is enabled to be able to recommend that again if it's relevant and maybe to a different audience than enjoyed it the first time.
Now, first of all, I'd like to say that just makes us sound super smart because we've been saying this stuff for a very long time, right?
Yep. I was going to say, what's the news?
There's nothing really new. I think that's really important. So
yeah, I think it was worded in a way that feels very easy to understand and refreshing for people, especially when I constantly have to have this conversation. Why did my video do bad? All my analytics are perfect. And people don't want to hear that. It comes down to the content. It comes down to the idea. You can have these perfect metrics and there's just not any more people who want to watch it for now.
And that was really interesting because we talked about the videos on the vidIQ channel channel that popped up later on, like out of nowhere. And he just said it, you know, it's like it could come up later, and that their system will continually push stuff even if it's a really old video. It's a cool way to bring everything that we've talked about together in like a fairly concise 2 or 3 minute conversation that Todd Prey from YouTube, the guy who actually works with the teams, with the algorithm, are telling you the things we've been telling you for a very long time.
So many new people we have started their channels, and these are the things that might not have come up yet. And it just goes to show, like, don't give up on your content. Don't change it a million times and think that if you keep messing with it, you're gonna hit that million views because you've hacked the algorithm. No, the algorithm is still smarter than us. Listen to what he's saying. Feel confident in what you're making and keep practicing making better content with the next one. Let's just let go of the analytics and the pressure and focus back on creating and feeling good about what we make and getting better with everything we continue to make.
Absolutely. And this video is called The YouTube Algorithm in 2025 Explained. It's on the Creator Insider channel. My friend Renee Ritchie is over there interviewing Todd Prey. They're of course, they know each other because they work together. Really interesting stuff, but really it's a lot of the same stuff we've been saying for a long time. But if you need to hear it from people who work at YouTube directly, you can go watch that video. I'm sure the rest of it's great. I only got to, again, hear the first part, and I just wanted to share that because it talks a little bit about what I just said, which was this video that I would have never watched. I wouldn't have thought, I would have known to watch, but it knew that because it had that, like he said at the end, like, you want to watch a movie, asking friends what kind of movies are good that they liked. That's exactly what the algorithm does. It goes and finds other people who watch content you liked and then shows it to them. And it did it for me. Like, who knows? Maybe you watched one of those videos and it was like, Jen and Travis watched some of the same things. Here you go, Travis.
And Travis loved it. And then I was like, Travis, here's some more creators because
Hey, Jen
it's
knew
a really popular niche.
I'm like, yeah, I knew this. Here's some more. And I'm like, what?